Instagram, mainly with you guys on TikTok, because Instagram lives are the just like epitome of trash as far as streaming goes. It's like the worst place to stream. You have to like angle your camera weirdly, otherwise no one can see what you're actually doing, and it only shows to your viewers, but only for a certain amount of time, and then you can't get them in there, and then it doesn't show you to new people. It's the whole thing is really silly. I don't know why they are doing such a bad job at it. Let me pour myself another cup of tea real quick while we're waiting for the YouTube to load back in. It was really frustrating. Well, hi, Amanda. So all over COVID, I wasn't able to stream because I couldn't get Wi-Fi in here, which is like really frustrating. So I was in here all the time, but just by myself for all of COVID. It was really frustrating. And I have Wi-Fi in here now, obviously, because you guys are on it, but it is not the best Wi-Fi. It's as good as I can get. I even upgraded it recently, but yeah, it's good just to have a diversified thing. Plus, TikTok tells me when the stream goes out, whereas YouTube doesn't. It freezes on everybody. I can look over at my Wi-Fi mesh thing, and it'll tell me if the Wi-Fi is out. But right there, when we lost service, it didn't do anything. It was you guys were still told me you guys were all still there, which is confusing. Amanda, what's new? What's happening? Gross. Gross. Uh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Hell yeah. Good. I'm glad you are. I know you've been talking about it for a minute. I'm glad you're actually doing it or potentially doing it or thinking about it. Dragon, what's up? Claude, where do you live? If you don't mind me asking, even just a state would do. Mm, gotcha. Interesting. I don't really know any potters in Florida, to be honest. Otherwise, I would recommend someone. We're making a weird flower teapot for my tea dealer at the moment. It's Dragon, it feels like it's always raining there, but that's kinda what I remember it being of Ireland when I was there myself. Okay, cool. Ew. Ew. Alright, I'm excited to see. 2 hours is far. What kind of welding is it, though? Gotcha. We can do a oxyacetylene stream at some point. We can talk about welding here if you want, Cloud. I went to art school for metal sculpture, and I was doing a lot of oxyacetylene welding and okay amount of MIG welding as well, but I don't know what any of what you just said means, Casey. Honestly, it's been a long time since I've welded anything, Cloud. I think I'm out of the little bars that you need to do oxyacetylene welding, but we can certainly talk about how it's done, and I can fire up my torch. But okay, so that's trimmed. Do I need this anymore? I mean, where are we at here? We're at 3 inches. We have a thick base on this. The question is, do we trim this out or maybe pull this up? I'm not really sure what to do here. Why are you guys letting me around this? Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, it's the kind of stuff that I was working on when I was welding a lot. Um, I was doing a lot of cranes out of metal, lots of herons, lots of cranes, things like that. Hi, hi. Mm. It's all fun, Cloud. My grandfather was did a lot of welding and metalwork. His big thing was concrete, but he also did some really amazing metal sculptures. And I've said this in the past, but one of my neighbors, I was not alive during this era, but Alexander Calder, who, if you go to any museum ever, you'll probably see a Calder mobile somewhere. He was a next door neighbor of my grandfather. He lived down the street here, and they were really great friends. And so there's just a lot of cool studio stuff happening around the area. Mm, mm. You used to live in New York? Yeah. No one saw that. Gonna happen. Taking this off. Yeah, I'm sorry. Whenever my Wi-Fi goes out, it freezes you guys. Okay, so here's where it becomes a lot more confusing and we're not throwing anymore, really. We're gonna be trying to figure out how to make this into a flower. Nice. We're in Brooklyn. I lived in Brooklyn for a little bit on Fulton and St. James above Prospect Park. So we have to turn this into a flower. How the fuck are we gonna do that? So this is my design, not my designs. Oh, cool. Nice. Um, so I think what I'm gonna do needs to be 6 petals. We're gonna do a soft draw on the outside, and then I think he wants it kind of layered, interestingly. So, um, gotcha. Cool. Um, so how do I do this? I like truly don't know how to do this. So this would be a leaf that comes all the way down here. And then we want this to be pretty high up. What's up, Gumball? That's a new one. You know what? I've never been to the botanical gardens, which is insane. And they do an orchid show I think it starts every February and goes till April. So I think I'm gonna try to go this year. Oh, that's 3 leaves. I don't think I'm winging everything. Like as you guys know, I like to wing things. I'm not a plan me out kind of guy when it comes to doing anything. Oh, nice. That'll be nice. Thank you, Dragon. I appreciate you. That was very helpful. One, two, three. Whoa, wait, did I do this right? Wait, no, I almost did it. One, wait, hold on. One, two, three, four, five. Ah, I almost did this right. I almost did this right. There's this massive gap here. Um, yeah, they're gorgeous. Um, uh, um, 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 um. So how do I do this? If I make this fatter, if I make them all slightly fatter, would that work? So then this comes out like this. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. That's a fat flower right there. And then this comes out like this. And then it fattens it out like that. Oh yeah. Everybody loves a fat flower. I don't care who you are. Okay, I think I screwed up, but we're still gonna go from there anyway. Hi, hi. Again, I don't know what I'm doing at all, so just bear with me. So what we need to do next, and I'm gonna just full send this thing, and if we gotta make it again, we'll make it again. We're gonna cut it. We're gonna cut out the triangles in each one so they look more like petals. And I'm a big fact believer in just going after it and hoping for the best. Just stab that thing. Thanks, Boo. Appreciate you. That's six, right? Look at that. Look at that. That kind of looks flowery, right? Like a little bit. If the answer is no, don't say anything.